Hello everybody, this is Intrepid83 and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X HD. Alright, time to take on the third group of area creations in the Monster Arena, and as always, let's make sure overdrive modes are all set up. We've got our overdrives charged up as well, but that shouldn't be something we need to worry about with the first one. Definitely want Victor overdrive mode though. Equipment, I'm actually going to be changing things because I'm actually going to switch back to our old armors here, because the auto haste will make the battle take longer than I want it to. Well, it'll still take a while, but at least the auto haste won't make it worse. So, alright, I got that. So let's go in for the first challenge of the video. Alright, our next challenge will be not CHIMERAGEIST. CHIMERAGEIST, we've already taken care of it. I believe it was episode 70. I'll leave a link in the video description to where that'll link you directly to that video, and also there's also the link to the playlist itself. That if you choose to click on that, you can just scroll down and find it for yourself and see it that way. So yeah, link in the video description to where we took care of CHIMERAGEIST. Alright, but so our next challenge will be Tonberry. Alright, Tonberry we unlocked by capturing one of each fiend from the Cavern of the Stolen Faith. So yeah. Alright, Tonberry, you've seen this little guy plenty, I'm sure, if you've done the sphere grid grinding. But this time we're actually going to be defeating it on screen. Alright, so Tonberry has 480,000 hit points. You need to do 10,000 damage to overkill it. Has a strength of 95, a defense of 100, magic of 75, magic defense of 100, agility of 37, luck of 15, evade of 0, accuracy of 80, no elemental affinities. It is immune to sleep, silence, darkness, poison, petrification, slow, zombie, threat, and death provoke, demi, delay, eject, and all 4 breaks. In case you're wondering about the whole sensor and scan situation as far as resistances go for those abilities, I believe all fiends in here are immune to them. So yeah, just thought I'd mention that. But anyways, all right. So as far as okay, so yeah, those are the status immunities. Zanmato level of 5. For stealing, you can steal 2 candles of life or 1 designer wallet as the rare steal. As far as drops go, that's something special as far as equipment goes. So for item drops, it'll drop either 3 Farplane Winds or 1 Dark Matter as the rare steal. And then for equipment, for weapons will have an assortment of status strike abilities on them, but on top of that, hidden in the code, if you will, Tonberry's weapon drops actually have a higher crit rate than normal weapon drops. The normal weapon crit rate is about 3%, and the weapons that Tonberry drops have a crit rate of 6%, so just thought I'd mention that. And for armors, he'll drop armors with assorted status-proof abilities on them, so yeah. Alright, so Tonberry. Obviously, we could switch right over to Tidus or Waka and use our, Spiral Cut for Tidus, Spiral Cut or Blitz Ace for Tidus to one-shot him, or even Waka with his attack reels. You could one-shot him there. But let's not go that way. Let's go the I guess a much more contemporary way, I guess you could say. So yeah, as far as attacks go with this thing, we are probably very familiar with the Karma attack, where whoever attacks will be countered with Karma, and the damage you receive cannot be reduced. It is the number of kills that party member has, or the number of fiends that party member has killed, times 100. So yeah, the damage cannot be reduced in any way, unless of course you haven't killed anything, so which the damage will be 0. So yeah. Then okay, so he'll only use Karma whenever he's attacked when he's far away, like he is now. The other thing he'll do is start walking forward. He'll walk forward a total of 4 times, and the first 3 times he'll still counter with Karma, but when he reaches the 4th time, that's when he starts going into his normal attacking routine, and Karma is not part of it. So you want to wait 4 turns for him to walk up to you and then start unleashing on him. So yeah, this is going to take a little while, but yeah, so when he gets in range, He'll resort to a normal physical attack, which is just basically him attacking with his chef's knife, and that definitely does not do nearly as much damage, at least in my case anyway, as his karma attack. So that's definitely the way to go if you do not want to put up with having to revive everybody every time they attack him. So yeah. So yeah, one other method you could use to potentially take care of him is by summoning an Aeon. However, he also has an attack that is catered towards Aeons. It is called Voodoo, and basically it only triggers when Tonberry actually gets his turn. So like he's about to get a turn here, so if I had an Aeon summoned, he would pull out a little statuette of the Aeon and then shove his knife into it, and the Aeon would take damage. In my case, it will not kill the Aeon, but I'm guessing if you're low enough level, it probably will, so heads up there. And yeah, in the case of the Mega Sisters, he'll just I believe he just chooses one of them at random, pulls out a statuette and attacks it, and that Aeon takes that Mega Sister takes the damage, kind of thing. So yeah. All right, so he's walked forward 4 times. Now we can do whatever we want to him as far as damage goes. So let's just lay into him. If you like, you could swap over to the other armors we've been using up to this point, but not really necessary. But yeah, Voodoo is actually a magic-based attack, so it is affected by Shell and Shield, so yeah. And there we go, we got 6 Farplane wins and a black ribbon. Let's take a look and see what that armor has on it. Death-proof, sleep-proof, dark-proof, and stone-proof. Alrighty then. Alright. Next up, we need to go back to our old armors. There we go. Let's heal up just to make sure, and let's go after the next challenge, which is Catoblepas. Catoblepas we unlocked by capturing one of each fiend from Mount Gargazet. Alright, Catoblepas has 550,000 hit points. You need to do 10,000 damage to overkill him. Strength of 76, defense of 33, magic of 58, magic defense of 27, agility of 47, luck of 15, evade of 0, accuracy of 180, no elemental affinities, immune to sleep, silence, darkness, poison, petrification, slow, zombie, threaten, death, provoke, demi, delay, eject. It is 50% resistant to all 4 breaks. Zonmato level of 5. As far as stealing goes, you can steal 3 healing springs or 1 stamina tonic as the rare steal. And as far as drops go, drops 1 3 stars or 1 dark matter as the rare drop. Sorry. And as far as equipment goes, like Tonberry, he'll drop weapons with various status strike abilities on them. I do believe the crit rate is back to normal here with the 3%, so yeah. And that 6% crit rate is exclusive to Tonberry. And as for armors, he'll drop armors with various status proof abilities on them, so there you go. Alright, so as you no doubt can probably guess just from the look of him, he's got a last resort move, and that is the key to defeating him, surviving that thing. It is no longer Meteor, he's stepped it up a bit, and it is now Ultima, so yeah. And as you're going to see from this battle, that despite my maxed out sphere grid and the preparations we'll be making for it, you will no doubt come to the conclusion that it is a really powerful attack if you do not have the same stats and preparations that I'll be going into. So yeah, it's a really powerful attack from him, so yeah. So yeah, other attacks that he has a normal physical attack, which is just regular run-of-the-mill physical attack. Targets one of us, physical damage, yeah. I believe all of these attacks are affected by Shell or Protect in some way, so yeah, whichever determined by the type of damage it is. Then it's also got another attack called Pop Fly, which is kind of like a supercharged version of the Heave ability of the regular Behemoths, or Behemoth King, which is basically targets one of us, physical damage, quite a bit actually, but this one, I believe, applies the delay, it delays your turn, so yeah. And it's physical damage, so yeah, it is affected by Protect. And then, of course, finally, it does have the ability to cast Flare, which is obviously non-elemental magic damage, and it targets one of us, so yeah. Alrighty, so what do I plan to do here? Well, as no doubt you can recall, it is 50% resistant to all 4 breaks, which means it's actually not a bad idea to try and use Banishing Blade on him. So let's see if we can get... Let's see if we can get any of them on him. Obviously we won't be able to check, but... except maybe Armor Break, but it's worth a shot anyway. And remember, the full break does not apply until you actually, unless you actually successfully input those button prompts there, so there we go. Alrighty, let's find out now. With that there, I actually want to make sure I get Armor and Magic Break on him to speed things up, and Orin from here on out will probably be using the Casting Shell. Actually, you know what? Let's cast Shell ourselves here to help speed things along. Remember, this halves all magic damage, so keep that in mind for when Ultima hits. And let's shell Orin as well, and I'll probably have Orin focus on using the skill focus from here on out to further reduce the amount of damage by another 30%. So yeah. Alright, for Tidus and Waka, they're pretty much going to be focusing on Armor Break and Magic Break for the remainder of the battle. So yeah. Because I do believe Catoblepas is armored. So yeah, alright, so it looks like we got Armor Break on him with Banishing Blade, so that's a good sign. Now we just need to focus on getting Magic Break on him. And we won't be able to see the result of that until he unleashes Ultima, so yeah. Alright, Magic Break. Whoops. And there is another way you can avoid the Ultima Last Resort attack, and that is if he is killed by a counter attack. So, yeah, just thought I'd mention that. I think that applies to all of the behemoths that have Last Resort attacks, namely King Behemoth, or Behemoth King, or whatever. So yeah, that's... Oh, right, we got it. Awesome. So yeah, as you can see, it still did quite a bit of damage, even though we were protected with Protect, and yeah, so... Ultima would have done more damage than that. Not much more damage in terms of, you know, my preparations for it, but yeah, it's still a pretty powerful fiend, so yeah. Right, and we did get a piece of equipment. No, not yet. Let's see what we got. Fairy Armlet, we got Deathproof, Stoneproof, and Slowproof. Alright. Alrighty, so next up, we are going to be changing things up with our party here. We are actually bringing Rikku in for her debut, if you will. Alright, we actually want her with the Survivor still, the Impervious, Caliv Bullock, and second Phoenix Shield, for the new Phoenix Shield, World Champion, and new Miracle Comeback. Good to go. Alrighty, and she does not have the Victor Overdrive mode, so she'll just have to rely on Comrade, I guess, or... Well, I don't plan on using her Overdrive anyway, so yeah, that shouldn't be an issue. Alrighty, our next challenge is Abaddon. Another armored creation. Abaddon. 380,000 hit points, you need to do 10,000 damage to overkill it. Strength of 40, defense of 180, magic of 95, magic defense of 160, agility of 120. You heard me, agility of 120, so yeah. Definitely the quickest fiend we've encountered thus far, I believe. Luck of 15, evade of 0, accuracy of 130. Immune to fire, ice, thunder, and water. I believe holy is neutral. Immune to sleep, silence, darkness, poison, petrification, slow, zombie, threaten, death, provoke. Demi, delay, eject, and all 4 breaks. So as you can see, he's also immune to sensors and scan. As far as stealing goes, you can steal 3 purifying salts from it, or 1 shining gem as the rare steal. It drops 1 mana tablet or 1 dark matter as the rare drop. And as far as weapons and armor go, it'll drop a weapon with magic plus 5, 10, or 20% on it, And for the armors, it'll drop an armor with magic defense plus 5, 10, or 20% on it. As I said, Abaddon is armored, so don't expect your Tidus and Wakka's physical attacks to do maximum damage. And I suppose I should mention that Abaddon was actually unlocked by capturing one of every fiend in Inside Sin, I believe. So, yeah. Alrighty, so this thing has quite a few attacks to choose from. One other thing, actually, before I get into that, not only is this thing armored, as you can see, it also has permanent null elemental attacks on it, so that definitely explains why he's immune to that kind of stuff. It has a permanent reflect status on it as well, so yeah, it's actually immune to dispel, so heads up there. And it's got an interesting way of attacking with his magic. He literally bounces it off himself, so that we can't even reflect it back on him. So yeah, interesting tactic this thing takes. So yeah, as far as its attacks go, it does cast third tier elemental spells. So yeah, it's a single target though, so all you got to worry about is just the magic damage from that element. It can use the ability Pharaoh's Curse, but because we can't hit it with any spells, or any direct spells, it's literally just an attack that it'll choose to use. It's not countered like the monoliths have, kind of thing. So yeah, and it single target, and it attempts to inflict curse, poison, silence, and darkness. If that happens to you, Albed potions are probably going to be the way to go to cure it. And then it's also got another super attack of its own, which it uses a mana focus. Uses mana focus on itself to charge up for it, and then the next turn it will use Emblem of the Cosmos, which hits all of us, and it's physical base damage. So yeah, and also it can cast Flare, so obviously that's single target and magic damage, non-elemental. And of course it can but it can also use the Demi spell as well, which obviously hits all of us and reduces our current HP by 25%. And as always, you cannot reduce that damage. So yeah. Alrighty, that was a lot about Abaddon, but let's get to work on this thing. So this thing is... all of its attacks are susceptible to the Shell and Protect status, so yeah. May as well have ourselves cast Shell on ourselves and get to work, I guess. And since Rikku is definitely capped at quad 9 damage, I'll probably have her use Cheer. Just in case the first attack this thing unleashes ends up being the... Emblem of the Cosmos, and for some reason it's not dead yet, kind of thing, so yeah. Yeah, I'll probably just use Cheer here, have Wakka shell himself, and then we'll get to work. Alright, that's Cheer number 2. Get to work. So yeah, not doing maximum damage. It's Cheer number 3. Hey, and we got it. Just in time for its first attack. Two mana tablets and a wizard sword. I'm guessing that's probably got like a whole bunch of magic stuff on it for Tidus. Yep, all 3 of them. No open slot though, so can't really go overkill and put magic booster on it, but no. Alrighty, that was Rikku's debut. Now we're going back to Orin for the final one. And we do want the usual stuff here. Masamune and the new armors, Caliph and World Champion, and yeah, so alright, just healed up, so let's fight. The final area conquest creation is Vorban. And we're ambushed. Fantastic. Vorban has 630,000 hit points. Okay, so Vorban will be unlocked by I wonder if I might have gotten it to switch with Abaddon and Vorban again, but I don't know, because for some reason this doesn't strike me as something you'd unlock by capturing all the fiends in the Omega Ruins, so maybe I had it reversed. Maybe Abaddon was Omega Ruins and this one was Inside Sin. But in any case, if you got them all, then you unlock them. So yeah. All right, so Vorban here has 630,000 hit points. You need to do 10,000 damage to overkill it. Strength of 95, defense of 100, magic of 75, magic defense of 100. Very similar stats to Tonberry. Agility of 33, luck of 15, evade of 0, accuracy of 80. Again, very similar to Tonberry, except for the agility there. No elemental affinities. It is immune to sleep, silence, darkness, poison, petrification, slow, zombie, threaten, death, provoke, demi, delay, eject, and all 4 breaks. Zanma to a level of 5. You can steal 2 healing springs or 1 stamina tablet as the rare steal. And as for drops, it'll drop 1 friend sphere or 1 dark matter as the rare drop. And as for equipment, it'll drop a weapon with strength plus 5, 10, or 20% on it. And for armors, it'll drop armors with defense plus 5, 10, or 20% on it. So, yeah. Alright, so this thing's got very similar attacks to its weaker brother in Inside Sin there. So, yeah. First one to go into, I guess, would be the normal physical attack. Yeah, just walks up to you and slams down his big arms on the side there and crushes you, kind of thing. That's its physical attack. Susceptible to the protect status, so no worries that all of its attacks are susceptible to shell and protect status, so are affected by it. So yeah. And then there is Mortar, an attack you're going to probably recognize as well from fighting it or capturing it, kind of thing. Hits all of us, and it is also a counterattack. However, it's random about how often he counterattacks, so it's not a guaranteed counterattack. So yeah. Magic-based damage, and yeah, so it's just a random counterattack. Sometimes he'll do it, sometimes he won't. And then finally there is Body Splash, which hits all of us. It's physical-based damage, and he literally just jumps up and comes down and tries to flatten us. So yeah, and as I said, these are all affected by shell and protect. So yeah, so yeah, probably the best way to deal with them is to well, we should be able to use Curaga through our shell, so we should be all right in that regard. So let's use shell here to help mitigate the mortar attack. Ow! And yeah, it is armored. And walk it as well. Alright, let's you know, let's heal to this, just in case. So yeah, even with shell up, we were able to do anywhere from 4,000 to 5,000 healing. So yeah. Ooh, he's crit. Yeah, might as well just use an Abaddon potion for that. And keep hacking away. Wow, that was not a lot of damage from Warren. I'd prefer it if Orin was the one doing that, but, well. And we got another counterattack. But, okay, Orin can do it this time. Huzzah! Again with the counterattack. Definitely is a good segue into this, and that definitely make sure you top up your Abaddon potions and such. I believe you actually do need to at least go back to the travel agency to be able to do it. I don't think the guy here sells Abaddon potions, so I think you do either have to go back to the Comlands travel agency or all the way up to the airship to be able to replenish the Abaddon potions. And of course, if you use any other items, you know, outside of mixing kind of thing, it'd be a good idea to top them up, check on them every so often and top them up kind of thing. So yeah, just so you don't run out, especially in the case of Phoenix Downs. So, yeah. Alright. We defeated them. Got 2 Friend Spheres because of the YOLO for kill, and we got a Knight Sword again with fully loaded with the strength abilities there. So, yeah. Alrighty, so that is... Check. If they... No, they do not have any Abaddon potions. Whoa, we're definitely low on Phoenix Downs, though. Alrighty, so that was all of the area creations of the Monster Arena. Next time, we will take a look and see what awaits us in this Species Conquest menu, and see what we can, see how we do against those fiends. This is Intrepid83 signing off. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit like on your way out. Liking the video makes it easier for other people to find the video so they can watch it and enjoy it as well. And be sure to hit subscribe and enable notifications yourself so that you can keep up with the series here and any future uploads. Keep in mind, I do not upload on Thursdays and Fridays, and if any other day of the week does not receive a video, be sure to check my Twitter feed. I'm at Intrepid83 for any updates regarding situations like that. And yeah, as always, feel free to share the playlist or this video with anybody you think may enjoy it or may get something out of it. The link to the playlist is in the video description. And comments are welcome, just please no spoilers with regards to any of the fiends in the Monster Arena here or beyond. And yeah, this is Intrepid83 signing off. Thank you so much for watching, take care, be blessed, and have a good one.